Transition. COVID. I brought up COVID-19. He's beating the fuck out of Texas. Joey Gallo of the Texas Rangers has tested positive for the coronavirus. The MLB season is in 10 days or 9 days at this point. We are looking at an MLB season that's going to be a shortened 60 games. It's going to be like fast-paced, 60 games just like that. Normally at this time of year, we're already after the All-Star break. So here we are with our short season, and we're diving in. However, this is what I said about soccer. Like, and first of all, this already, I loved finding these stats out today because although the Texas Rangers have 2 players who have tested positive for coronavirus, there's teams out there with like 9 guys. And I remember last week we had this fucking guy come on and tell us that, oh, well, Texas is doing a poor job. That's why the MLS team has been removed from the tournament. This is proof that Texas can handle the coronavirus. And it's also proof, let me see, I'm reading this. Put your name up there after the topic and title. Oh, I'm getting this now. Okay. I'm getting this, Kevin. I thought I did that already. But, yeah, it's especially, what was I saying? Oh, especially the MLB, we're one of the best cases. Look at us. Joey Gallo, he's the only guy really that matters who's gotten coronavirus. Because I had a whole list, and I was going through it, and I go, this is just proof that fucking guy was such an asshole for calling out Texas as one of the worst states. Although it was announced today, Ricardio, 3 more weeks of closing nothing down. We will not be closing down anything for another 3 weeks. So we're living that freedom life, baby. How are things going? You're in California, right? I mean, isn't it fucked up in Hemet?
Oh, well, we've had 0 confirmed cases in Hemet. I think we've only had a few in Riverside. But as a whole, the state of California is butt-fucked awful, and I'm pretty sure we're going into our 2nd shutdown. And my gym just closed again a week after opening.
Yeah, and so California's back down. You guys are back down. What's this? What's TWFS fucks Vleeties slowly? I'm not sure what this means, but I know I got my producer messaging me here in the thing. So it says, put your name plus date after the topics in the title. I like what he says now. I get it now. Let's do that real quick. Let's do the name and the date after the topics. I like it. Kevin, we're producing live on the air. You're trapped in my mind, okay?
Yeah.
Kevin's great. Either way, but and Hunter, you're up in Michigan. You guys are going through all kinds of shit.
Yep.
But in particular, coronavirus. Where are you guys at right now? I don't really know much about
Well, as of yesterday, our governor signed this beautiful doctrine saying that if you're not outside wearing a face mask and you are physically fit and mentally able to wear a face mask, you have to. If not, you will be fined $500, and businesses must turn you away in order to do that. So
I ate at a restaurant yesterday that I am convinced did not know about the 50% capacity. I mean, there was no empty tables in this fucking place. It's one of those places where, they're a small business. They're known for some of the best Italian food in our area. So absolutely, everyone's going there, and they just don't have the willpower or the decency to stop people from coming in and eating at their own risk. Yeah, it looks like the Rangers have 2 confirmed cases: Joey Gallo, my best friend, and Brett Martin. So when you look at other teams like, shit, let's go to the Minnesota Twins. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, is that guy coming out and talking shit? The Royals, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like Boston, one of the smallest states, they got 4 guys also testing for it. So far, the only really, and I know this sounds shitty, the only important people in the MLB that have gotten it: Cole Calhoun, Freddie Freeman. Those are pretty big deals. Joey Gallo, obviously, is a huge deal. DJ LeMahieu is another name I saw in here. Scott Kingery, for all my Hambinos out there who know that Scott Kingery's got it. Tommy Pham with the Padres. The list is just here's my question, Hunter. This coronavirus is killing all these people. How come none of these baseball players are dying? Like, no, everyone's fine. Like, when a pro athlete gets it, I'm just like, yeah, they're going to be fine. Like, it's not as serious as when somebody you've never met gets it.
It's probably like all the money and resources that can be able to, keep them in the well. Well, even then, physically, if they're in the prime of their life and everything, coronavirus would not have to be a worrisome unless you have like an autoimmune deficiency, that type of stuff.
And that's what I just don't understand is when we're talking COVID and when we're talking, oh, it can get anyone, it could affect anyone. Like all the people that it seems to affect. I mean, and I know someone who's 33 who died from it. He went to high school with me. I never met him, but apparently he graduated like 2 years before me. So some people know him, but apparently he got it and died. So people are dying from it of all ages. But whenever, Joey Gallo gets it or Cole Calhoun, you're saying that they have more resources. What, Gatorade, ice baths? What are they getting that, Johnny Come Lately isn't getting who lives in New York? Or what? I mean, what's the most famous person who's died from this thing?
I can't really name anybody that's famous that probably died from this. Maybe the closest, maybe in my head, is probably Khabib's dad. But even that,
I was thinking Khabib's dad.
He's not even a celebrity.
Yeah, I love that you guys were both like, yeah, Khabib's dad. I mean, none of us remembered his first name, but Khabib's dad, obviously number one biggest star to be diagnosed with COVID-19. But yeah, when I was, I guess I'm even going to this list now. Here we are. We're on people.com, People Magazine. We've lost Brandis Kemp from coronavirus. She was on MASH, I think. Not even gonna. I don't even know. That's the most famous person they got for me.
Isn't that like a 60-year-old show?
MASH? MASH is great.
MASH.
I guess it was like 60 years old. MASH is great though. You should Captain Hawkeye Pierce. You should watch it. It's a great movie too. Chris Truesdale. Now I do know Chris Truesdale from the incredible band Dream Street. Does anyone here remember Dream Street? You guys are about my age or a little younger. You should know Dream Street was like the boy band at the end of the run of the boy bands.
I do not know about Dream Street
my
at
God.
all. It's like with the name like Dream Street, I'm surprised I don't know of them.
They have the greatest music video in the history of time. And I remember I was on an airplane one time, and I was sitting next to my dad, and we watched this music video, and it was hilarious. I gotta pull it up for you guys. This will be one of those things where Twitch will say this part of the video is muted, but it's so fucking worth it because it's the greatest music video of all time. Plus, it gives us time to sip water and hang out. But Chris Truesdale, he's only 34 years old. He died from it, and I don't know if he had any pre-existing conditions or anything. But I mean, young man, 34 years old, good-looking guy, boy band. I'll point out which one died, and when we watch the video together. Oh, it looks like they even did they came back together and sang It Happens Every Time for Chris because he died. This is good stuff. I'm so glad I went down this hole. But yeah, he's 34, so he's another one of these examples. What does he not have that Joey Gallo has? I mean, this guy's he's in a boy band. He's cute. I was gonna say he's hot, but he's more of a cute guy. He's not really hot. Hunter, come on, this guy's in the prime of his life.
I mean, like, maybe it's just different strokes. Like, what would an all-star athlete have access to that a used to be boy band guy no longer has able to?
Well, not just all-stars, but like even like, let's go through some of the other names on that list. I mean, everyone I named that I'm going to remember was an all-star, but there's plenty of other guys on there that aren't like the best athletes. I mean, I guess they're still on professional baseball teams, but this is Chris Truesdale. You're acting like you don't know Chris Truesdale, like he's not one of the most important singers of our entire time. Hunter, just sit back and just watch this, okay? This is important.
All right.
And it's got the bars on the sides. It's letterbox, or it's reverse letterbox.
Mm.
They shot it on a Motorola Razr. I didn't know it had all this build up. Oh, it's got baseball in it.
That's a good tie-in.
That's Chris Truesdale right there. What the fuck is this? This is not the music video I saw on the plane. We're watching it though. This is the guy. This guy's dead from coronavirus. He's going to his bed. Oh, does he dream? I never. This is a legit video. This is a different video than the one that I like. This sucks. Oh no, this is it. We're back. Okay. I remember this guy on the bridge.
promise you that you are the one and only.
And I'm the lost and lonely.
We are the perfect.
These chicks chasing these guys.
And I can promise you that I hear a silly love song.
You never heard this song?
No.
It happens every time.
When I see you, it happens every time. When I think of you, it happens every time.
Oh, it's magic when we meet.
Baby, down on Dream Street. Let me take you by the hand and
I feel uncomfortable by this.
What do you mean? That's
I don't
Jesse.
know.
That's Jesse
I feel like I'm gonna be
McCartney.
on a list by watching this.
Just don't dance inappropriately. They do choreography too. It's really good.
12.
It happens. This guy's dead. When I see you, it happens every time. When I think of you, it happens every time. Oh, it's magic when we meet. That's Jesse McCartney.
The line dancing.
That guy's got so much swagger. When I close my... This wasn't your favorite song ever?
So here comes the breakdown.
There he is. That guy's dead. It happens every time when I see you. It happens every time when
Oh, that looked like that meme for a second.
That guy rules. So you're telling me this boy band that put together the greatest music video of our generation, you're telling me that one of these guys does not have the same access to healthcare that Joey Gallo has? Is that what you expect me to believe?
Probably back then, maybe, when COVID might have not been a thing, and just a twinkle in this virus sperm's eye. But as of right now, probably not.
Oh my gosh, you're sleeping. This guy is so important, and now he's gone. He's moved on from us. Ricardo, you heard the song, right? Didn't that change your life?
I mean, my sister was huge into boy bands. She was a real in-sync listener, but I've never heard of any of these 12-year-olds, Vleeties. This, I don't think that it's fair to assume that this person who was in a boy band, I mean, he probably wasn't that great with his money. I don't know how good all of these Major League Baseball players are with their money, but I would imagine they're better than children.
It's probably their parents who probably fucked up with their money.
That's true. Although the parachute pants take me back. That was great to see. I love parachute pants. We need to bring those back.
These guys were so important. I can't believe you guys are acting like they weren't good with their money. I'm pretty sure they had a financial advisor. They had The Rock and Rob Corddry, like in Ballers. They had like two guys that were like, hey, we'll help you with your money. They had that. And yeah, on June 2nd, 2020, it looks like he died from coronavirus. And he was in a coma, and he was on life support when he passed. The outpouring of love has been tremendous. I am comforted by hundreds of kind words and wishes. Chris was one of a kind, and always the brightest light on any stage he stood on.